welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be sharing with you a tour of our apartment. We're staying here in Benin, and it's very loud out. There's a very busy street off to the side and everything's just noisy here. So I'm going to try to do the best I can to talk loud enough so you can hear everything. Some of it will be quieter than other things, but we're just going to kind of walk around and show you what everything looks like, because I'm sure a lot of people are curious. This is a nicer place than most people live in, just so you know, because when you see it you probably won't think that, but this is very nice. We live in like one of the most affluent areas in this region, and it is very expensive to live here, and we're right across from the beach. And so I'm gonna show you what we have and you can enjoy it and, you know, not enjoy the humidity that will probably fog up my camera. Okay, so when you first come into the like main living area, this is what it looks like. It's all like outdoor living space. We have our kitchen table, basically, some places to relax. All of our laundry is hanging up, and the ocean is out there, right through all these arches and stuff. And then you turn, and the kitchen is right here, and everything's pretty dark also. So this is the kitchen. It's not very big, and it's very different to work in. This stove is all gas, which I have a gas stove at home, but we don't have to light it, and you have to light the oven on this one too. I knew we had a smaller oven, so I brought some smaller pans with us so we could use those. And then there's this little table here, has extra counter space, and then this little ledge, any counter space we can use. So there's a lot of this stuff that was here, and then some of the stuff that we bought, not the the cabinets, but like the blender I bought, and this rice cooker right here I bought. And so then there's just a few storage things here. Since it's outdoor living in a tropical climate, there are bugs, so I've just been storing everything in bags besides stuff that's not opened yet. And then there's a little bit of storage down here in this area, some pots and pans. I bought this pot, but everything else was here. These are my measuring cups, because I'd heard they just didn't have really good ones. And then I bought a few bowls and storage containers, so we wash our dishes. And then silverware is right here with bags over it. And then just a few other random items that we didn't have to put anywhere. We're trying to get a sourdough starter going, so we'll see if that works. It will be a different type of sourdough since I have this teeny oven and no Dutch oven. So we'll see how it goes. So there's that, and then a small fridge. There's a microwave. I got some rice up there, but a small fridge, and then a mini fridge off to the side right here. So that is the kitchen space, and then a fan right here because it gets so hot in there. Like, I just drip and sweat. So when you come out here, this is the water station, purified water, and then it has a little pump on it so we can get water, and we replace this basically every day and a half. That's how quickly we go through it. And then there's a little storage area, so extra gas, I don't even know what kind it is, for the oven. And then just extra like towels, toilet paper, bleach. I moved these dishes. These were in the kitchen, but they're super nice breakable dishes. And so I bought some that can't break because I have kids. I wouldn't even trust myself with those dishes. So that's what we got. So this is just a little storage area out here right off the kitchen. All right, and as we keep walking, so we still have these like little lounge chairs here on this side. There's a little couch area. There's a swing the kids love. Sorry, Becca is trying to close the door behind me. Just leave it. And then lots of plants and everything, and you can go look out on the street over this little view here. Like I said, all of our laundry is here and over here, and then you can walk this way. Sorry, it is so windy, so hopefully you guys can hear all this, but go around this corner. It's a little tight corner, if you can see, so tight. You go around it, and then there's another like living space here. This was created to be like separate rooms so people can rent them out individually. So they try to create spaces for that. So washer, dryer. That's what we have. Another sink here. And then this bucket, this condenser, this drains the condenser for the air conditioner to one of the rooms. So this bucket in the morning is full of water that has to be emptied. So that's fun. And then this little door right here, it's open on the top, right? So everything is just basically open air. And then we walk through this hallway to get to the bedrooms. Okay, so this door goes down the stairs and they are spirals. Like, look at those stairs. I feel like I'm in a lighthouse when you walk up them, and there is a rooftop. And so those stairs go up to the roof, and then those ones just go down and down and down forever to get out. So you get a workout. And then the kids' shoes are right here, at least most of them. This is the first, well, technically we just passed the first bedroom, but all the kids are in there, so I'll go in there last. This is where my older two boys are sleeping, in this room. So there's not the best of lighting in here, like I said. And so this is like a closet space, sort of. And we just put, like, so a few, their clothes are in here, and then back in that area, hello, in the mirror, are a few extra, like, supplies and stuff that we brought. And then a desk. My oldest son sits here usually and does his math. And then each of the rooms have a bathroom. Like I said, they were created to be individual rentals. And so here's the bathroom. Here's the first one. And a lot of the showers look very similar, like they're basically hitting the toilet. So you have the toilet, shower right here. This is the water heater. So you have to turn it on before you shower. And then the sink right here with me in the mirror. So that's this bathroom. I feel like this is a bigger bathroom compared to some of them. And then when you come out, turn off all the lights because electricity is expensive and we are paying for it. So here's the bed. All the beds are full size basically. And so we're all comfy cozy in our full size beds. So this is the boys' room. They still have some stuff out and they saved their airplane blankets. That's what these are. They're their favorite, apparently. That's what they like to sleep with. So, and they have this little like sitting area right here with their backpacks and stuff. But that is this room. Out of the boys' room, this is where we just came from, like out to the balcony area. And then this is the older girls' room and Locke's room. It was Becca's room too, but there's some issues with that. Okay, I figured I'd flip it around to tell you. She, at home, we got her used to sleeping in a normal bed because we knew she'd have to here. And she sleeps on the bottom bunk. There's never any problems. Even, she wakes up sometimes during the night, but I don't even know it. She just will sit and quietly talk to herself or just sit and stare and everything. But once we got here, so she shared a different room at first, which I'll show you in a minute, with my second oldest daughter. They shared a room because we're like, we'll put the littles with the girls because they're a little bit more responsible. They trust them more, like they're a little bit more mothery to them. Sorry, I'm like starting to drip sweat. Ooh. And so we did that the first like 2 nights and it just was not working out. And so we're like, okay, what if we put the 2 oldest girls and the 2 littles in the same room, and this room is big enough that we can just pull the other mattress in here and put it on the floor. And Becca, she just wakes up during the night, and when she has a little person next to her, like, or one of her sisters, she just wakes everybody up and thinks it's a game, which she has never done this at home before. So now she just gets to sleep on ridiculous couch cushions in our room. And so that's worked the last 2 nights. And she doesn't, you know, when we're in there, she doesn't get up. If she wakes up, she'll just talk a little and go back to sleep. Whereas everybody else, she just proceeds to wake up the whole room. So for nights, nobody was sleeping. Everyone was so grumpy. So anyways, I'm sure when we get back home, it'll be just fine. But for now, I think she's just gonna have to stay in our room because that's where she sleeps the best, even though I don't know how. She's like so uncomfortable on the floor, but at least looking at her looks uncomfortable, but that's where she sleeps. So that's why there's 2 beds in this room, but Locke, he gets the most space. He gets a whole full bed to himself. because currently she is not sharing with him. She is sleeping on the floor in our room. So I'll flip it around and show you so that you don't have to stare at me sweating to death anymore. So this one has a fun little chair. This is the mattress we pulled from another bedroom. I'll show you in a minute. And then this is where my older girls are sleeping. This is a suitcase that has like all our extra protein powders and stuff. We left it out so we know where it was. And then backpacks, right? Some extra wipes and things right there. And then they have like a wardrobe, which we have one in our room too. So they put most of their clothes in there. And then I have to remember where all the lights are because some of them are on the inside and some are on the outside. So this one has a window outside. The beach is like right out that way. And this is a balcony, a porch off the other bedroom that we pulled the mattress from. And so if you can go sit out there if you want. There's so many windows in here because they like boarded a bunch up and everything so they could have it as a space people could rent. So again, shower, very similar to the other one, toilet. This bucket's full of water, which I think is extra in emergency, but also it helps flush the toilets if you have a lot of things to flush, okay? We'll just leave it at that. And then sink again with my daughter's stuff in here. So that's this room. Another reason we chose to put the littles in this room with the girls because this door locks from the outside. Like the girls can unlock it, but the lock is super high. So the littles can't get to it because Becca was waking up out of the other room, opening the door and coming to find us. And it's quite a maze. So it's amazing that she did it, but we didn't want her to get out. So that's why we picked this room so she could be, oh, I didn't lock it all the way. So she could be locked in here. But these locks are so hard, they like have to turn twice. I'm gonna leave it because I have to hold it, but they have to turn twice to lock and unlock. So this door, I think, goes down some back stairs. We don't use that. This window actually goes into our room, so there's curtains that cover it. And then this room, the doors are so fun. I don't know if you can see that. There's like giraffes and different animals on them that have been carved into the wood. So this is a room to like if you rented this place, you'd get this whole space. So it has a little like TV area with a bunch of different channels. The streaming is okay. It does better actually just on our tablet than it does on the TV. But we also can't get everything here unless you have VPNs and stuff. So a little couch area. All the rooms have mini fridges. This one's actually plugged in. My kids put some of their drinks in here. Are you pulling stuff out of the trash? A little like desk area, whatever, table. And then this is where the closet space is. I had shown this in the other video I had posted so that I organized this. And then this window goes into the bathroom, so beware of that. When the light is on, you can see what's going on in there. And then this is the last room. So, well, I haven't shown you our room yet, but yeah, we'll show them the toilet, no worries. So these windows go out, like you can see the water right out the window right there, but right now all you'd see is sun. And we took the mattress off its bed and moved it. But this is basically what Becca sleeps on in our room. We just take these two cushions off and put them on the floor. That's what she sleeps on. So lucky her. And then bathroom. This is the bathroom where all the kids shower because we're just like, we'll just have one bathroom that gets all wet because that's what happens most of the time. So they shower in here. Again, water heater that you turn on and then the window going out. And then this one has the balcony off of it that I was telling you about. So it opens up to this like little balcony area and the water is out there. And this is a water storage tank if you're wondering, on the house next to ours. This room has an air conditioner here. All the bedrooms have air conditioners, but that's it. So the rooms, there's 4 rooms, so 4 like mini splits, and then this part of this room has a mini split too. So there's 5 total. And so it gets really, really hot and sweaty, and we just run them at night because it's so, so expensive. So anyway, I just thought I'd mention that. Okay, so as we come back down this hallway, working our way back towards this door that goes on the balcony, there's a door here, which is our room. I have kids in here doing some screen time because we have fans going and it's a little cooler in here. So screen time over here. The curtain goes, and it's screen time over here. And then this is where Becca sleeps, is on this little spot. We move the suitcases and she lays down right there. And like I said, our bed, all the electronics are in here, schoolwork I need to grade. And then there's a table with a window that looks out on the balcony, and a wardrobe that we have in here as well. And then this is the door I started at. So it comes out and goes to this. And then you have the kitchen right here and then our table. But if you turn the other way, it goes to the bathroom. We don't use this door again. It probably goes out to that back staircase. Sorry, I have loud kids. So I have a few things here. We moved this from one of the bathrooms to store some of our bathroom and hair stuff. And then towels and stuff when they get clean go here. And then this is our bathroom. Again, very similar to all the other ones. Water heater, toilet, has a window so it gets natural light in here. And then that's about it, I think. Huh, Becca, is that all? All right, so I hope you enjoyed that tour of the apartment we're staying in for the next 6 months. If you have any questions, let me know down in the comments, and I will see you next time.